Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Wet Liberal, guilt-ridden whenever. Because what is it? What is it all about? Now, it's product politics. It's absolutely fascinating. I've just had this great sort of Twitter splurge about the iPad. I don't have an iPad. I've touched one, I've used one, I thought it was really good. I thought it was very interesting. It didn't occur to me to buy one, or whether I was going to buy one. I probably won't buy one. I can't quite see a use for it for myself personally, but I can see why people would like them. The video on YouTube of the 100-year-old lady using one instantaneously, never used a computer before, 100 years old, just starts using it and understands how it works. It's very intuitive. That you immediately get that. You press a little icon and it opens a program instantly, like that, really quick. So there's some very big plus sides. There's some very big, apparently negative sides. I can't quite see the point. I'm sure I'm missing the political point of the negative sides of it being a closed system that Apple control and operate. Don't buy it. If you don't like that, don't buy one. What's the big deal? I can't understand why you get upset about it. And I can't help seeing a correlation between that and that. That, the iPad, that, the Tesla Roadster. There's people who hate the Tesla Roadster. It drives them mad. And I can't understand why. It's just a bloody car. It's just like every other car. The only difference is it doesn't use petrol. Everything else about it, when it comes out of the factory, it's created as much carbon as every other car. It's got to have a big infrastructure to make it. It's got to have all that. It's factories that make tyres and brakes and pipes and axles and drive shafts and steering assemblies and mirrors and heaters and windscreens. It's exactly the same. But there's this, it drives people mad. And I mean, when I was driving that one, that is me in the Tesla there. When I was driving that one, you'd stop at, in a car park or something, and people can't go, oh yeah, but it only does 55 miles on a charge, because that's what they've been told on Top Gear. But anyway, we won't go into that right now. But, it's there's huge amounts, it's all based on misinformation. I would say most of people's reaction to the iPad is based on misinformation, that they just want to hate it. Why not hate an intercontinental ballistic missile system? What about Trident? Now, there's a bit of technology I'm not that keen on. And I've been on a nuclear submarine. Amazing piece of kit. Absolutely amazing technological breakthrough that human beings can build a machine that can stay underwater for 6 months without coming up. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable. For what? So we can blow the world to pieces. So we can spend £100 million. What am I saying? 100 million, that pays for the screw at the back. 100 billion pounds on the Trident missile system to defend ourselves against who? I mean, that's what I mean. It's just like, let's focus the anger and the disappointment and the criticism for technologies that really are worth criticising. I just don't see the point. If you don't want to buy that thing, just don't buy it. Don't even look at one. That's really what you can't do sarcasm on Twitter. I should know better. And the concept of actually literally shoving £699 into my rectum, obviously, is going to come back and bite me on the arse. I shouldn't have said that, but it just made me laugh. I'd had a lot of tweets before that which were saying, I can't stand it, because I'd just seen the cost of the iPad. A magical and revolutionary product at an unbelievable price. You're not kidding. 699 quid for a very thin piece of glass. It's a lot of money. I mean, I'm not going to buy one, but I think they are amazing little things. They're amazing little things. And when they're cheaper and when everybody's got them and they'll be really common, just like the iPhone. It's the same. The fact that we haven't learnt from the history, when the iPhone came out, it was absurdly expensive. And who's going to buy one? Only an idiot would buy one. I didn't buy one. I didn't get an iPhone for 2 years after they came out. But then I did get one and it's brilliant. Oh, what a surprise. There it is. So it takes a while, and now everybody goes, oh, they're really, really expensive, and only elitist Stephen Fry's and Bobby Lou's buy iPhones. No, they've sold 30 million of them. I'm stupid. I'm not very clever, and I can't program things, and I can't hack into them and make them do other stuff and find different technologies that work and download patch. I don't know how to do all that. I'm not interested, and I think that's the important thing. There's a huge majority of the world that aren't interested in what makes a car go along or how a computer operates. We're not interested in that, we just want to use them. So I'd like to reserve my criticism, possibly not for Steve Jobs, but for, say, the boss of Goldman Sachs. The bosses of any of the big international banks, I think, deserve quite a lot of our derision and criticism because of what they've done. And I'm just listening to this audio book at the moment, which is fantastic. Let me remind myself of what it's called. Michael Lewis, The Big Short. Really, really brilliant book. I can't. It's hard work. I sometimes have to rewind to understand that last bit, but There is no question now, this is written by someone who really knows this industry very well, there's no question that the people who work in that industry are, one, very, very stupid. They're not clever people, they're really stupid people, and two, utterly and genetically corrupt, and they're thieves. There's no other way of doing it. They're con artists and thieves, and bankers are the least important people in the world. End of rant. Thanks for watching. If you have been, that's all.